Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to try to go over what makes the Lynx Buggy the Lynx and what it's all made of. Try to answer questions I've had in the past. So here we go. So here we have it, the Lynx. I call it a Lynx after the North American Lynx. It's similar to a bobcat. I'm not sure what it would be like in other parts of the world. So let's start out with the wheels. So the wheels are 14-inch wheels. The bolt pattern is 5x114 front and rear. So that wheel will fit on the back. The rims are, they're basically, like the only difference between the back is, so there's little holes that go around the rim there. And the back one's got little slots. Other than that, they're exactly the same rims. And one, they're white and those ones are black. Otherwise, they're no different. So the tires, what have we got here? The tires are 26 by 9 by 4 on 14-inch rim. The rears are, where is it? 26 by 11 on 14-inch rim. So I went with 14-inch rims because it's a common side-by-side size, and that means that I can basically get tires very easy for it. So moving on to the front end here. So both sides are exactly the same, of course, so I'll just show you one side here. So the upper control arm is from a Honda CR-V. Bought these new. This is a cut off of a bottom of a strut, so the ball joint will go into it and whatnot, and it works good. So that's from Chevy Impala. The shocks here are just eBay shocks. They're cheap. They're like a generic type thing. You can put them on pretty much anything. They seem to work okay. They're a little soft. It's kind of, the machine's kind of squatted down a bit with these on here. They're not quite hard enough. The knuckle, lower control arm, the bearing, all that is Chevrolet Impala, same as this. As you can see, I've got two wheel spacers on here to get the correct distance out. I plan to correct that later on with just different rims with more of an offset, but for now that works good. So moving on, we've got the hood. The hood comes up. It's on a hinge. And as you can see, now it's up. Now we've got the battery, a mess of wiring that I need to clean up still, and we've got the brake cylinder, master cylinder, whatever you want to call that. It's got room for two, so I might do front brakes later on. Haven't decided yet. We've got the steering here, steering rack and pinion. This is a universal kit for a Volkswagen buggy, off-road buggy. It was just on eBay. It was the right price, so I got it, put it in. Up here we've got a storage compartment. It's got some nuts and bolts in here. So moving on here, let's get up to let's go inside here. So got a Momo shifter. Not sure if it's a real Momo or not. It works really good. Shifts it very easily. Up front here, we've got a Sparco quick release on, I'm not sure what kind of wheel this is. I'm not even sure where I got it from. I don't remember. So quick releases comes off. We've got the original cluster from the bike. So Kawasaki ZX6R. Then we've got the ignition. That turns on. We've got the main power, and we've got the fuel pump. Turn all that off, and we've also got the fan. So moving on here, the seat is a APC or is it A1C? I'm not sure. The seat was kind of a funny thing. Buddy had it. He had it in storage. He needed to get rid of it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's in really good shape. But he just needed it gone, and so I got it for a very good price, and I really don't know much about it other than that. So moving on to the back here, we've got some kind of custom made coilovers. I plan to change that, go with something a little bit better travel, a little bit more desirable looking. So the rear end here, let's start at the bottom here. So all of this, including the strut that's been modified, the axle, all of this, brakes, knuckle, everything is Toyota Highlander. 14 tooth up front, 54 tooth. I think this is a 15, I forget, and that should be a 30 tooth down below the final drive. Everything's on pillow block bearings. It's all adjustable just by turning these bolts here. It will pull this out, and turning these in will push that, tightening it. As you can see, we've also got a skid plate there. We got the original exhaust from the bike, just rerouted it, changed it a bit. Up top here, we've got a aluminum Honda Civic radiator, very common thing for these buggies. So moving up here, we've got the original fuel tank from the bike. It was just easier to go that route, and it holds a fair bit. It's got the correct fuel pump in it and the sensor, all that type of stuff. And to fill the buggy, basically just stand on top here on the back wheel, and here it is right here. So unlock that with the key, it pops up this way, and you stick the jerry can in there, fill it up, and hopefully you don't spill that much. It's a little awkward, but it does work pretty easy. The majority of the panels, so the panels up top are fairly thick aluminum. I guess they're probably around 1/8 inch thick, something like that. It's like aluminum sheet. It's strong enough that it'll take a beating. Side panels here, these panels all down below here, this is all thin as I could find steel sheet metal. I went with steel instead of aluminum. I wanted aluminum, but it wasn't available. It was going to cost a bit more, and the metal shop said that in all honesty, it would not weigh that much less. So steel was just the better route to go that way. I've tried to keep everything fairly simple with the buggy so that it's user friendly. For example, checking the engine oil. All you have to do is look down here, and there's the sight glass right there. So very easy to check the engine oil. A question that I get asked a bit is why are the wheels so tall for this buggy? Why not go with much smaller wheels? And the answer for that is quite simple. Is this buggy, and this is the reason why I've geared it so low, is because there is no flat here. There's no, like, you can see the field, but it's not flat at all. It's quite hilly, quite lumpy. Basically everywhere around here is all mountains. So if it was just on flat land and it was just the point of going as fast as you could, then I'd have it geared really high and I'd maybe have smaller tires on it. But for around here, this is the setup that I need for this. It would be much better if I could have a 4-wheel drive, and maybe that would be a future project for this, I don't know. But this is the setup that pretty much everybody has to run for around here, because low to the ground, not much suspension, you're not going to go anywhere with it around here. There's a fair bit of this that is still not finalized. Like, there's a lot of cleaning up to do with wiring. There's some welding that could be made nicer for sure. There's just some general tidying up. So it's definitely not a finished product, but it is working. As you saw it driving in the last video. Yeah, so hopefully next video we'll take it for a much better drive, probably on different wheels, and that should hopefully make a good difference. This is what you might be seeing in the next video on the rear. So these I got for very cheap. They're 20-inch rims. So they will stand up almost as tall as those, a little bit wider. They won't grip very much. It's going to be a bit of an experiment. We'll see how it works. Hope everybody enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions, comments, whatever, just leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you guys. Thanks for watching.